Anyway, I'd have complained, but I was laughing so much. It just, couldn't get the words out.
Glad you liked it. Right. This coming out of the South China Morning Post.
Mm.
Uh, in an ongoing in a let's start again. In an ongoing case, we find that sites like Instagram may not be all as they seem to be.
Mm.
It's a bit of a cautionary tale, this one. So, AK, they only identified this guy as AK,
Mm.
an Indonesian man, met Adinda Kanza online on Instagram.
Mm.
Both were 26 years old and
Mm.
seemed to have a lot in common. Soon they started dating in the real world, and being Muslim, Adinda wore a traditional niqab,
Mm.
basically
Yeah,
covered.
yeah.
For about a year, they dated for about a year, when AK, the guy,
Mm.
popped the question. Adinda, obviously flattered by the proposal, accepted, and soon later they got married.
Mm.
The wedding was a modest affair held in AK's town, as Adinda didn't have a family. She was the only child, and her parents had died.
Mm.
They got married on April the 12th, and since then, since the marriage,
Yeah.
uh, being a typical woman, Adinda began being a little distant when it came to intimate relationships,
Mm.
and should say, oh well, she's at that time of the month, or she's got a headache. You know, all the
Mm.
general
Yeah,
excuses
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
the fairer sex say when they just mean to say, "Get off me."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just be honest about it. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
AK said that his bride refused to speak to his side of the family and
Mm.
still wore the niqab at home. So
Mm.
after only 12 days of the marriage, AK checked out Adinda's last address
Yeah.
and found out that her parents were still alive
Mm.
there, and that Adinda was actually a bloke. So it looks like they had something else in common.
Yeah.
His real name is ESH.
Right.
Once again, because it's an ongoing case, it's an actual
Yeah.
person uh, who started cross-dressing in 2020. His parents didn't even know that their son was in a relationship,
Mm.
never mind being married. Yeah.
Okay.
The police, of course, were brought in and they
Yes. Yeah.
arrested ESH. He told them his plan was to marry AK, then steal his family's assets. He's been charged with fraud,
Well, yeah.
which could lead to 4 years in Sing Sing in prison.
In prison. Yeah, yeah.
The police said that ESH enjoyed dressing up as a woman and dating men. And by this cautionary tale here, I think AK did too, between you and me. He
Okay.
liked that ESH dressed as a woman.
Mm.
He liked it so much that they were married. You know, I mean, how?
Mm.
I mean, he couldn't even see if she had an Adam's apple because she was good. She was covered.
Yeah, 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 yes. Yeah. My mind was
And
going there. Yeah.
the South China Morning Post said the case is ongoing.
Mm.
Now, not to be outdone, you'd think that's a one-off type story.
Mm.
We have to
Mm.
go to India. A few years ago,
Mm.
but in India, Krishna Sen. Now, her tack of approach
Mm.
to attract the other sex was on Facebook. So it isn't just Instagram, people. It's Facebook as well.
Yeah.
And as a coincidence, she was also 26 years old
Mm.
when all this went down. She posed as a man since 2014
Yeah.
when she got married for the first time.
Mm.
After receiving a dowry, which in Asia is quite common, the bride's parents give the husband
A dowry. Yeah. Yeah.
a gift.
Yeah. Yes.
So after she demanded from the parents, by the way,
Mm.
that her and her husband, or her and her wife split up, which she was pretending to be a man.
Mm.
Not being content, she married another woman in April 2017.
Mm.
It says apparently Sen spoke with a deep voice. She spoke with a deep voice. She drank, she smoked, and rode motorcycles to maintain her ruse.
Right.
It was a ruse, apparently.
Right. Okay.
She was arrested in the northern region of Uttarakhand in India.
Yeah.
Because she demanded a dowry from the second wife's parents.
Yeah.
Now, although receiving a dowry is popular practice in Asia, it's been illegal in India since 1961.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So
nice.
it's you would think that this sort of activity would be limited to, sort of the US, even crazy people in the UK doing the same thing. But this is from Asia. Both cases from Asia, and not recently. So let that be a cautionary tale, people. Instagram, Facebook. In fact, I'd go on to say any dating websites. You're not. You got to be careful what you wish for.
Well, yeah. I don't wish for that's the case. I agree. Yeah. Yeah.
Over to you.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's good. It's good that the other partner uncovered this, or covered the truth, so to speak. Yeah. One thing finding the Adam apple, finding the last. Yeah. Okay. I'm not going to go to crudity here. Yes, I think you know where I'm going with this. Yeah.
I did find out what happened between Sen and her wife.
Yeah.
In the nuptials department, in the sleeping department, but it's a little bit too graphic to explain here on this podcast. Some people might find it offensive.
I just I don't know a lot about this, but does Ann Summers actually function in India? I don't know, but yeah, that's the only one I can think of. That's only because there used to be a shop in my hometown that I looked in the window one day, or I went in with my wife and she was looking at something. Don't know why. And yeah, I went to the back, and yeah, let's just say even I was educated there about some things. Yeah. 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 It is a good Catholic boy, so you know.
As long as you didn't take your homework home with you.
Yeah, I took it home and sat on it later. No, I'm only joking. Yeah. Yeah, it does seem a bit of a yeah, the internet is but a strange place. I mean, I've sent you things of that. I mean, I had it on Facebook of different people who want to be friends with me. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if they had the same picture sometimes. I mean, you look at this and it's yeah, okay, a pretty girl like that. Or sometimes a gentleman with Speedos on. Yeah, just Speedos on. So, you know, you kind of see what you're getting, sort of thing. Yeah, I looked at my Facebook page yesterday, and the invites. You know, there's a whole gallery of these ones that I haven't subscribed to. I mean, you do have to be very, very careful on the internet, because obviously you don't know who you're dealing with. I mean, it's always been these rules with dating, even before the internet, with the dating agencies and things like that. The idea was that they would vet people before you met them. There's not the scope to do that really with internet. I mean, you read all sorts of horror stories. I mean, yeah, okay, what we've just heard is a bit emotionally damaging for the people concerned, but it wasn't extremely serious. I mean, there's been cases of,
Well,
yeah,
I mean, they were married.
well, yeah.
They were married. I mean, they didn't die.
No,
They
but
might have
yeah.
died of embarrassment.
Well, now it's appeared in the media, yeah, and now on our podcast, yeah, I imagine it could be bad.
That's what makes them a great story in the newspapers.
Yeah.
Because how can somebody be so dumb to be hoodwinked like that?
Well, it's a very human story. I'll give it that. You know, yeah. You say hoodwink. I mean, yeah. Love makes me do crazy things. I even got married. Yeah. But it's a yeah, it is a warning, especially in this day and age where a lot more is being done online. I mean, I was having a talk with my daughter the other day. Yeah, that I don't consider people I meet online on Facebook or anywhere else as friends. So for anyone I get on well with on Facebook, but you're still a faceless person to me. What is interesting is, yeah. Well, I don't know. Yeah. Well, I know how we bumped into each other. Yeah, but yeah, I'm not. I have no intention of having any other type of relationship with you. I mean, you know, we have been to football together, people, and that's as far as it went. We went to had a drink and local game. Yes, yeah. Sorry, Steve, you're just not my type. Yeah.
I was just about to say that about you. That's why I approached the camera a little bit to say he's not my type, you know.
Yeah. I am a little bit hurt and upset about that. You know, to hear that from anyone is very, very
and you should be.
Yeah. Well, yes. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think. Yeah. Actually, I saw. Yeah. It is a. Yeah. I've seen other stories like this, and yeah, the internet is full of it. Now, yeah, I'm more of a traditionalist, I'm afraid, that, yeah, even when I was single, it was what we used to call the thrill of the chase, almost. You go to a bar, you see an attractive girl. It depends how much drink you had. Not so much attractive girl. And the girls with men as well. I know this happens as well. And yeah, you would get talking to them within 40 seconds. You'd both decide whether, okay, men will operate slightly differently to women, but yeah, within 40 seconds, you pretty much know what type of person you're dealing with. Somebody that's looking into the distance in that short space of time probably isn't the right person. Yeah, do women like women like to be chased? Of course they do. I'm not saying, I don't mean that in a very, very aggressive way. Yeah, courted would be more the old-fashioned expression.
That's better. Yeah. That's better.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's still nice to have a bit of romance there, you know.
It's certainly true that the internet is used by tricksters to make lonely people part with their cash, and promising to get on an aeroplane to go and meet them and all this.
Yeah.
But in the case of these two stories, the people got married, and that is I think the internet, it doesn't allow you to inspect the goods, if you like.
Yeah. Well,
as an analogical meeting between two people would do. Well, and I think if you're basing a relationship on an online relationship where you're only going to meet somebody superfluously,
no, that's it. I mean,
meeting them personally.
I mean, I suppose there are ways that you can do things, and there's a whole industry based around intimate parts on the internet. But yeah, which I really don't know that much about. I'll be quite honest. I mean, all I know is that they sponsor a sport I like, and yeah, but they're changing the dynamic a bit. The money, to be quite honest, yeah, it's not a good place. And the money a majority of people make on it is very, very low. Because I did read a report about it the other day. But yeah, there's a lot of desperate people out there who seem to want to subscribe to these weird things. So hey, sex sells, always has done. But yeah, what this is a bit different. This is people willfully going out and yeah, even pretending to be something you're not. Is fraud. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I could. Yeah, either you or I could carry off being a female that easily. To be quite honest, if we wanted to try to do that, and let alone
it's why I don't shave completely, Mark. Because if I did, people would mistake me for being a woman. with my soft complexion.
Hang on. Yeah, I can see the point there.
See where I'm going, can't
you? Yeah. Of a certain age, I may add. A woman of a certain age, maybe. Yes. Yeah. It is a. I mean, I think it's humorous. I do feel sorry for the victims loosely turned in all this. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, okay, traditions of dowries and everything else. I mean, that's why the Indians probably banned it, because it was open to abuse. Yeah, I mean, there was a time when well, members of the family would go on your first date together, I believe, and in some cultures, and make sure what was going on.
Even in the UK, it's called a chaperone.
Yeah.
You had a chaperone.
Yeah. You predate me on that. I've never known that, but yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, a lot of that was for safety. If I met a girl, I used to say, yeah, you can bring your friend along as well, because in this day and age, it was self-protection. Yeah, not. Yeah, I realised what I just said after I said it, and I'm a 54-year-old man who fell into that trap. Yes, bring a friend. Yeah,
I didn't have a chaperone as such.
Yes,
She didn't have a chaperone as such, rather. She just had a very ugly friend.